brain inside the Budokan. Defending off Shinobi and my cool Obi Shotokan. Showing off with my Kama-song. Conversate with Samurai while most was playing Pokemon. Ninja stars instead of...
What's going on, guys? It's Greg Farley from the Wise Guys, and I'm here to break down a few cards from Savage Strike. Of course, we got Sneak Peek Weekend coming. Without further ado, let's just jump straight into it. I know you guys are here for that. You're going to jump straight into Trickstar Fusion. Fusion summon one Trickstar Fusion monster from your extra deck, using monsters from your hand or field as fusion materials. You can banish it from the graveyard, then target one Trickstar monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand, but for the rest of the turn, you cannot normal summon or set or special summon monsters with that. Of course, you got to have the fusion monster, which is Trickstar Sweet Guitar. Trickstar Band Sweet Guitar. Any effect damage your Trickstar Link monster linked to this card inflicts to your opponent is doubled. Each time your opponent takes damage by a Trickstar monster's effect, this card gains attack equal to the damage they took. Once per turn during the end phase, if this card attacked this turn, that attack that you gain goes to 0, and you add one Trickstar from your grave. Next up, we probably have the most practical card, which is when this card is activated, you can add one Trickstar monster from your grave to your hand, and you can only activate one of these following effects once a turn. If you control a Trickstar Link monster, you can special summon one Trickstar token, Fairy Light level 1, 0/0. If your opponent controls a card in their spell or trap card zone, you can special summon one Trickstar token. Finally, with the new Trickstar stuff, we have Trickstar Diveridaris. I don't even know. That's random. 2 level 3 or lower Trickstar monsters, link material pointing down and down diagonal to the left. If this card is special summoned, you can inflict 200 damage to your opponent. Each time your opponent normal or special summons a monster, inflict 200 damage to them. You can only control one Trickstar Diveridaris. All in all, the Trickstar support is lackluster. You know, the link is okay. The live stage is pretty strong. That's probably the best card. But now we're talking about a new Sky Striker card, Sky Striker Ace Kana. Earth takes one non-Earth, obviously. You can only special summon one Sky Striker Kana once per turn. If this card is special summoned, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls. That monster cannot attack until the end of your opponent's turn. Each time you activate a Sky Striker spell, gain 100 life points immediately after it resolves. So that's kind of silly, obviously. You know, I don't know what they were thinking, but hey, they did it. If you really break it down, it's a card that can defend you from getting OTK'd. So it's a defense enabler. It's probably going to be a one-of. And then when you pair that with the ability to do something in time, possibly, you know, 100 little by little, that's not so much. But if in time, that stuff matters. You know, what if you're 100 up and your opponent's 100 up and then you activate 2 spells? It's kind of sacky, but it's also very, very strong in that it can stop a Boral Sword OTK and so on and so forth. So the card is very good, very fair, very good. It's pretty strong and it's stupid all at the same time. Next up, we got Boral Sword Savage Dragon. Boral Load Savage Dragon, excuse me. It takes one tuner and 1+ non-tuner monsters. If this card is synchro summoned, you can equip one link monster from your graveyard to this card. And if you do, place Boral counters on this card equal to the card's link rating. This card gains attack equal to half that equipped monsters. When your opponent activates a card or effect, it's a quick effect. You can remove one Boral counter from this card, negate the activation. You can only use the effect of Boral Load Savage Dragon once per turn. So a very, very powerful effect. And of course, it's the cover boy. So you know I had to cover it in at least this very first video talking about Savage Strike. Lastly, and certainly not least, well, actually we got 2 more. We got a doozy, folks. So we got to take a second to really marinate and think about how powerful this card is. It's going to also be in Savage Strike, due out in January 2019. Illusion Dragon Phantasme. Dark Dragon effect, level 7, 2400 attack, 1800 defense. You can only use this card's named 1 and 2 effects once per turn. The first effect, if your opponent special summons a link monster, you can special summon this card from your hand, then draw cards equal to the number of link monsters your opponent controls, +1. And if you do, shuffle cards from your hand into your deck equal to the number of link monsters your opponent controls. So right off the bat, you have a magic mallet. Secondly, When an opponent's card or effect that targets a monster you control is activated, quick effect, you can discard one card, negate that activation, and if you do, destroy it. So it also has a Ceravis effect attached to it. Very powerful card. I can make a whole nother video, which I will. And last but not least, we have the Lone Wolf. Level 4 Dark Beast effect monster, 1700 attack, 300 defense. You can use each effect among the two once per turn. When this card is normal summon, you can banish one monster from your hand, banish one monster with the same type from your deck. If this card is destroyed by battle, or if this card in its owner's possession is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can target one of your banished monsters, add that monster to your hand. So all in all, that was our little rundown. We got sneak peek coming tomorrow. We have videos coming down the pipe. We appreciate you guys tuning in. This has been a Savage Strike Rundown. This is Greg Farley signing out from Team Wise Guys. I'm Pegasus. Don't forget, Shadow Realm. YG, baby.
Train inside the Budokan, fending off Shinobi and my cool Obi Shotokan. Showing off with my Kama-san, conversate with Samurai while most was playing Pokemon.